Hello everyone, I've decided to start a new series called Road to FM or Road to Fide Master in chess. So basically it's going to document my progress trying to reach a rating of 2300 Fide, which is the requirement to get the title Fide Master. So currently I'm rated 2220 Fide. My peak was 2250 a few months ago, but I've come down. So I need to get about 80 rating to reach FM, which might not sound like that much, but it's going to be tough. It's a very difficult jump, I think, to get from 2200 to 2300. So yeah, the point of this series is, well, to document my progress, really. Um, I'm going to be annotating my tournament games. I'll be sharing any interesting positions I come across, as we'll shortly discuss. Annotating master games is going to be an important part of my training, and therefore, any interesting games or positions I come across whilst doing that, I'll be sharing with you. And just in general, I'll be updating everyone on my progress, trying to reach my goal. Now, due to coronavirus, in the near future, tournaments have been cancelled, so I'll be looking at games that I've played in tournaments a few months ago before coronavirus caused them to be cancelled. And yeah, so in this first video, I'm just going to share with you the training plan that I'm going to be using. Now, this training plan basically amounts to you doing 1 hour of chess study every day except for Sunday, which we'll use as a rest day. Now, this might not seem like a lot to some people, or it might seem like a lot to other people, but for me, it's pretty doable. I'd like to stress that I really think that you need to strive for quality over quantity in your training, and you also need to make it realistic. So, something like an 8 hour training plan, 8 hours a day, that would be really difficult for me to do personally. So I've stuck to 1 hour a day, which I think is quite doable. And I'm making the sessions quality. I'm really going to be thinking quite intensely. I'm going to be striving to do as well as I can in each session. So yeah, so basically I'm going to be doing 2 things every single day and then 1 thing on the side. So like calculation and tactics, I'm going to be doing 15 minutes of each every day. For calculation, I'm going to be using the book Grandmaster Preparation, Calculation by Jakob Orgel. It's a really great book, really recommend it to everyone. It's basically just got a load of exercises in it, really high quality, and it just helps you train your calculation. Now after that, I'm going to be doing tactics for 15 minutes a day. Tactics and calculation are quite similar, but for me, tactics is about sort of pattern recognition, whereas calculation is like getting a really complex position and just trying to solve it and calculate deeply. So for tactics, I'm going to be using the book Improve Your Chess Tactics by Jakob Neistat. It's got 700 practical lessons and exercises in it, and it's just got a load of problems. I really think solving exercises is a great way to improve your chess and to get you thinking. So, that's 2 solid ways to do that right there every single day. So on top of that, on Monday, I'm going to be focusing on positional play. And the way I like to improve my positional play is to spend time annotating master games and practice assessing the position at any given time and trying to guess the next move that the master plays. Now, I'm a big fan of Rubinstein. He was a really great positional player in my opinion. So mainly looking at his games, though some other classic players as well. In general, I think it's better to study the games of like masters of the past rather than masters of today, because concepts like it hones your pattern recognition. Today's games are just more complex, whereas games of the past you can really learn a lot more from. It's much easier to absorb patterns from them, in my opinion. So yeah, as you can see, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes adds up to an hour on Monday. On Tuesday, I'll be working on the end game. End game, in my opinion, is really, really important, and I think a lot of players often overlook it. So I've always tried to get my end games to as high a level as possible. So I'll be spending 30 minutes reading Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual. I'm sure you've heard of this book. It's got a fantastic reputation. Yeah, mainly the rook and pawn endgames and the pawn endgames chapters, because I think they're the most common type of endgames, and probably the most important to learn. Not solely focusing on them, but in general, big push for these two. And by pawn endgames, I mean king and pawn endgames. So yeah, on Wednesday, 30 minutes of annotating my own on the board games, or over the board games. And yeah, when I do this, I try and identify all my mistakes without using an engine. And then once I've noted down everything, I check my analysis with an engine. That's how I like to do things. And mainly losses and draws, like any losses and a draw against low rated opposition. So negative results, because I think they're the ones that you can learn the most from. Thursday, openings. 30 minutes working on opening files on Chessbase. Openings, to be honest, it's my least favourite part of study. I just think, especially learning moves, I find pretty boring, honestly. So I like to have some opening files on Chessbase with just analysis on them, assessments of the positions, plans, etc. And yeah, just working on them, expanding my knowledge for 30 minutes on a Thursday. It's worth doing a little bit of, but I definitely wouldn't do this in excess. On Friday, just repeat Tuesday, another 30 minutes endgame session, because in my opinion, endgames are quite important, so I'm going to repeat that. Likewise, on Saturday, repeat my annotation of my own on the board games. I think endgames and annotation of your over the board games are quite important, so I'm just adding in an extra session of those on Friday and Saturday, along, of course, with the 15 minutes of calculation and 15 minutes of tactics. And then finally on Sunday, just a rest day. Maybe play some online blitz. I won't be doing any of the calculation, any of the tactics, anything on Sunday, just to give myself a rest day and relax a bit, ready to start again on Monday. So yeah, hopefully this video gave everyone perhaps some inspiration, some ideas for their own chess training. And yeah, I'll be updating everyone on my progress. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.